This is Series 2, Episode 11, Mastermind.
Yeah, so this was a lot of fun.
Fun is certainly the word. Fun is part of the word. Another part was it was also kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think this episode suffers heavily from the fact that we've done this.
We kind of have. That said, I found Stella incredibly amusing in this episode.
She was on screen for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but like after she got like chewed out for, having the keys to their success all this time, she just goes, "Well, don't yell at me."
I honestly, this has just cemented the total failure of Stella as a character, in my opinion. Because from the beginning of the series, she was really set up to be like, no, she is going to be a foil. She is going to be the reason why Stolas gets completely fucked. She puts on a bit of airs, but she's got something going on, and it's just like, if you didn't know already from the last episode she showed up in, we're just going to cement it here that no, Stella's worthless and stupid and an idiot.
Yeah, she's an absolute bird brain, and I think it makes her funnier because of it.
You're allowed to think she's funny. I just think it's a waste of a character.
Yeah, maybe so. Go
on.
So the big takeaway is that Octavia is now property of Stella alone, and that's the real downside of this episode. Everything else is basically an upside in disguise.
There's a few things I want to mention. I'm going to get the downers out of the way first, because on the whole I'm high on the episode, but there's some real obvious standout. Why? The first being that it feels like they skipped a bunch of steps.
I feel you.
And that they want to rush to Blitz and Stolas reconciling, so they've skipped a bunch of shit that should have probably happened first. And it's not the end of the world by any means. It feels very rushed to me. The second thing I want to talk about is the trial itself, and that is, it's just Has-Been Hotel again.
Yeah.
Literally one for one. It's the exact... I think the creators have a real hard-on for, the courts and the justice system are fucked. Which they are, but this is going to be a plot point in both your shows. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Go on.
I did like the song, though. It was great.
Okay, I didn't care for the song very much. It was technically fine. The contents of the song, the sums were great. The whole was Like, the person who voices Stolas, like, they've got a cracking singing voice. You really can't hate it. The lyrics are fine, but The standout was the animation during it.
Oh, totally. And did you also catch the statement of what in Lucifer's hell?
I didn't catch the statement, but I did like the zoom in on the chair. It just said BRB. I fucking loved as well that Satan is the de facto head of Helluva Boss because they can't use Lucifer because he's in a different show. So the way they get around this is the reasoning why Satan's in charge, and he says it himself, is I was here since before Golden Boy fell.
Yeah. So even if it is the same universe, which we all kind of know that it basically is, it's fine that they're not going to do outright crossovers, at least right now.
I highly suspect that part of the deal with Amazon says no, you can't have any character crossover.
Yeah, maybe it might change after the show is over.
Oh, what, in 5 years?
I mean, maybe.
Whoopie-doo, I'll be dead by then. Anyway, we finally get to see all the 7 sins.
Yeah, we do.
We got introduced to Belphegor, Leviathan, and Satan. Satan is by far the coolest design.
Yeah, he is, partly because he's massive.
I was going to say, like, it does look like a 12-year-old drew him.
Yeah. It's also nice to see that our Sin Dukes that we know of are all kind of on the let's not fuck over our guy train.
If you pretend Mammon doesn't exist.
Well, okay.
Mammon didn't even care about fucking over Blitz or saving Blitz or whatever. He just wanted the thing to be over so he could eat.
Yeah. And then he barely waited for that even.
The Twitter people were going nuts over I love how the sin of gluttony is disgusted by how Mammon eats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think, weirdly enough, my favourite scene was when Blitz had his head against the headsman's block, basically. It's very easy to not get that emotionally invested in this scene because we've all seen cartoons. We know the protagonist isn't going to die. Certainly not halfway through an episode.
Yeah, not halfway through an episode and not before a season finale.
Absolutely. I absolutely loved how it's like we're going to broadcast this to all imps everywhere. Which, by the way, if they'd have killed Blitz in that moment, given the reaction we got at the end of the episode, they absolutely would have made a martyr.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like they basically already have a living martyr in Blitz at this point.
It's a bit weird, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's an icon, and if they want to rally around someone, he's right there.
But yeah, the fact that they're putting his head on the thing, they're broadcasting it, they're cutting to a bunch of rando imps. They cut to Verosika, who is like, fuck, I don't want him to die. But they also cut to Fizz, and then Fizz is furiously texting, Ozzy, Oz, do something, Oz.
Yeah, and Ozzy's like literally right there, so and he's having to poker face it.
Yeah, it's really an adorable moment. One of the things that, again, the only reason it makes sense is because they're going for all courts are fucked up and skewed towards certain results, and blackmail and bribery and basically everything's corrupt. They're going for that angle, and I get it, but it's like, we got this one imp who says that this other imp did it, and that's good enough for me.
Yep, apparently.
Like, why is one imp's word better than another's when you look down on all of them equally?
Yeah, well, I guess it's because they do actually have evidence against Blitz, just,
all of that evidence only works with Stryker's testimony.
Fair enough, but like what did happen is that he did have the book, and if they've got record of it being used, then...
But that's not what got him killed. This is before the book was even really a big factor. This was about... the reason why he was being put to death is because he was being accused of attempting to kill Stolas, not because he stole his book.
Yeah, fair enough. And meanwhile, I do actually really like the new Goetia guy that we get.
Yeah, so his name is Visago, and that's the character I was telling you about, where everyone on Twitter has been going nuts for him for about half a year.
Yeah.
And yeah, yes, he's cool, and he only has like 5 lines.
He does, but he makes an impression with them.
Yeah, he seems to be the only member of the Goetia who actually likes Stolas.
Yeah, and I think he's also one of the only ones that voted against execution as well.
I don't think there was a vote for execution. Satan just decided.
Yeah.
You gotta bear in mind, I don't think Visago gave one shit about Blitz. His entire motivation was, why is Stolas not here if this trial involves Stolas?
Yeah, which is a very pertinent question.
It's a very pertinent question. However, if you're taking, I want to say his name's Adolphus or Astolphus or something, the ice bird.
Yeah, the blue lad, yeah.
He, if you take him at face value, his argument makes sense. However, we as viewers know that he's lying.
Yeah, because, we've seen what he wants, and we even see what he wants in the trial, because he makes no attempt to poker face himself.
Yeah, that's also the other confusing thing, is Satan should be more observant in that regard.
Well, the other option is maybe Satan doesn't care, because if people beneath him are backstabbing each other, they're not backstabbing him.
I don't think Satan can physically be backstabbed.
Yeah, maybe, but if there's enough of them, maybe. If every demon equals Satan, then if every demon did team up, they probably could be able to get him at some point, but
we've seen enough demons that we know goddamn well every demon won't team up.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that it's just more security for him. It stops him being bothered about it if all the other demons are just at each other's throats at all times.
I think at this point we're adding far too much motivation to something that doesn't need to be added to.
Yeah, he's Satan.
That's pretty much it. He is the biggest and baddest demon. He is the alpha dog in this scenario, because Lucifer's not around.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Going back to the blue bird, the ice bird man. His argument of I didn't bring Stolas because I didn't want to bring up bad memories and bad flashbacks and make him feel anxious and nervous after being used and abused by this imp. And if you take him at face value, which the court does because the plot needs to happen, that actually does make sense.
It does.
However, again, as viewers with all the information, we know we're going to be on Visago's side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, even Beelzebub would be this is, that's not true.
Well, Beelzebub
I saw that guy.
Beelzebub doesn't know that part of it, but when they sentence, or about to sentence Blitz, she does speak up. We both saw the episode. She says, yeah, no, this guy's a bit of an animal, but, he's cool.
Yeah. Especially by her standards of, he's a party animal. Just the fact that when Stolas gets sentenced, he puts his head down on the guillotine, and Satan's like, "What are you doing? You're rich."
it's a bit more than just being rich, though, isn't it? It's the fact that he's nobility, so therefore his life has merit.
Yeah, you're a Goetia. Your life has meaning.
Yeah, no, the implication is that you can kill like 1,000 imps and no one will bat an eye, but kill one person with an ounce of blue blood. Yeah, this is very much a temporary exile as far as demons are concerned. He's being exiled or banished for 100 years, which it's like 3 months house arrest. It's not like Stolas is only like 36.
Oh, is he actually 36? Okay, I thought he was I thought they were like Disgaea ages in that they were all like in the hundreds or something.
Well, he was a kid at the same time as Blitz.
Yeah, true.
So they've obviously aged at the same rate.
Yep.
And Via's only 16.
Sure.
Oh, and let's talk about that for a second. Is like, as far as Olivia's concerned, like, Stolas is dead because all she saw on the TV was him putting his neck on that fucking headsman block. She tried to get out of the room, and Stella was like, "No, you stay here." So I'm gonna go with the assumption that at the moment Via thinks Stolas has been killed.
Yes. It's probably going to be Luna that brings her around on that and just like...
What makes you think Luna's going to visit her?
Because they're actually pretty friendly with each other.
They're friendly with each other, but that doesn't mean they hang out with each other. And I think for damn sure Stella and her brother are not going to be allowing any visitors anytime soon.
Which is entirely the reason that Luna will break in.
I think you're putting a lot of stock in Luna here.
Yeah, I think she's been having character growth, and I think having her first actual friend is going to... she's gonna I think that the camaraderie of IMP is going to rub off on her, and she's going to be like, I want to apply that.
We've seen the two interact once. We don't know that they even kept in contact after that moment. I'm not saying
True
you're
enough.
wrong. It's just you got to make a lot of leaps here. So many leaps that it's almost jumping into fanon.
Yes, it's a triple jump. I'm going into fan comic territory.
But yes, nobody likes Stolas. They're throwing garbage at him in the streets, and Blitz is trying. He's like, "Can we knock it off with the garbage?"
Yeah, and I think he's the only person that would get that to succeed because
he didn't
it's
know.
mostly imps chucking. Yeah, fair enough.
Even after he said that, Stolas got more sludge dumped on him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those weird ones where everyone's cheering Blitz on the walk home, and everyone's throwing shit at Stolas, and Stolas just looks so pathetic. Whoever drew him did a really good job.
Yep, and had to be told twice, do not inhale the water in the bath.
Yeah.
It's not often you get something repeated in a cartoon.
That's true, actually. So yeah, Stolas is going to be chilling at the Imp headquarters for a while. I don't think for a second that he's actually going to be banished for 100 years. I think Imp is going to shift their priority to trying to, one, clear their name properly, and two, get Stolas back in charge.
Yeah.
But I don't think Stolas wants that. I think Blitz will see that he needs it.
It's probably going to be less about Stolas being in charge and more about ousting Iceman, whose name has also escaped me again.
I know his name. I can't remember which if it's Adolphus or it's not Astolphus, I don't think. But yeah, it's one of those. It's that sort of name.
Yeah. Or I should know a lot of Goetian things because I have read the list of names of the Goetia, but one of them is just Amy.
Oh yeah, you're basically a fucking scholar.
Yeah.
Rick, I know a weird amount of demon names, not because of anything scholarly, but because I've played SMT and Persona.
Yeah, like Neberos and Amaduskias.
You've got people like Berith, and I believe you even have Stolas in fucking Persona at times.
Yeah,
but Berith is part of the Ars Goetia. It's all...
Yeah, and Ose.
But yeah, man, the balls on Blitz for a split second to say, "Actually, sir, the O's silent" to Satan. Actually, I think he starts saying it, and because Satan's just glaring at him, he just goes, "You know what? The O's fine."
The O is there. The O is there.
Oh god. But yeah, it's
to be fair, it is kind of like an ingrained response to it being said. Although he did actually say, "Actually, sir." So he is actually thinking about it and then thinks better of it.
It's one of those early season jokes as well, where in season 1 he's introducing himself to a client, and he goes, "The name is Blitz. The O is silent." And there's there's a beat before the client goes, "What O?" Because if you don't know, it's where the fuck is there an O in that name?
Yeah, because if you've not read it, yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so. Just other than that, I'm excited to see how things progress from here, because like it seems to be like a darkest hour for Stolas in particular that's just going to get better as things go on.
I mean, Stolas literally cannot be knocked down any lower.
Like Stolas can't be knocked down any lower. Other people can, but generally it feels like a darkest hour of this season that we can now start to come back from, and I like a good acceleration to a climax, you know?
Sure.
Any more final thoughts?
Yeah, like, I had a few gripes, but, like, I've had a few gripes with almost every single episode this season. It is what it is. I'm definitely still a fan of Helluva Boss, and I'm very much looking forward to see what comes next. I just hope they don't rush it. Because, again, these last couple of plot points feel incredibly rushed, and part of that is because they kind of could have done this at any time.
I get you. But I think the reason they've not done it, the reason they've not done the whole trial thing earlier is just because they wanted us to have like an investment in the Stolitz drama.
But I'm just saying, the Stolitz drama needed more drama. Fuck, we had one episode where Blitz was just going around a hotel wanting to fuck a ghost, and that was him. That was him trying to cope, and I get it was him trying to cope. But when you go from that to this, it's a bit of a tonal whiplash.
Oh, it definitely is. But like, we have the benefit of we've got the time in between episodes, so for us we've had like physical time to process things. The characters kind of haven't, but also it's implied that some time is passing in between everything anyway, so that's
my point being is I wanted to see the characters mope more. I wanted to see them experience their fucked upness. Like with Stolas in particular, we saw him do a very brief rebound date at the end of an episode, and that's it.
Yeah. And Verosika going, just wish him well. Hope he gets laid.
It's very unsatisfying as a viewer. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm still high on the series. There are things that could have been better.
Yeah, true.
That's my closing thoughts.
True.
Let's move on with our lives.